fade, and a winner in each race, where the turf meets the surf at Del Mar.
You were talking about how when you designed it, it's all centered on the horse. I am fairly certain, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you're one of the entities that was pushing to expand simulcasting in the state. Right, and it's being expanded. More races are allowed in this meet. Back where I am in Maryland, we can watch every single race practically on the planet. It's hundreds and hundreds a day. What are you, like at 50 now or something?
We finally got to 50. We should be unlimited, absolutely. But we have to consider the night racing schedule here, and there is some impact on it. And so we've tried to kind of slowly, kind of erode our way into it. And show that it's good to have, and
But you have an emphasis on the horses. Here's the horses. Here's the horses. But simulcasting is a completely different game and a different animal. How do you not benefit from one without subtracting from the other, which is your live handle? And so many tracks that simulcast, they see their. The more money now is bet at racetracks on the imported signal than on the live racing. That's obviously not something you want to see happen here at Del Mar.
Well, not necessarily.
Good. That's
okay.
a businessman at work.
Yeah. When the off-track wagering came along in 1988, we knew it was going to be big for us, but we knew it was going to be we were getting over 40%, almost 50% counting Orange County and LA County. Well, if they're if they can go to Santa Anita or Hollywood Park, they're not going to come down here. How does that affect us? So I took the gamble, and I said, great, let's go for it, because I knew they'd bet more money. Well, the first year, we were off in attendance 25%, and we were off in handle about 35%. We were up in profit 119%. So I made the comment then, I said, well, we've never made so much money, but we're a little lonely counting it, And so we just said, well, this is a great challenge, Let's say, how do we get those people back here? So,
Exactly.
Hello.
Well,
so,
that's what I meant when I asked
3 years later, we started building this grandstand, and we also started an aggressive marketing approach that went beyond our product. Basically, we got nice horses. They're going to run around this racetrack. The people that will come and bet on them, we really don't need to convince them to come out here. But we do need to convince the non-patron. And we did some market research, and we found out, have you ever been to the races at Del Mar? No. Why? I don't know. Do you not like something about it? No, we like them, but we just never go. There's the challenge. If he just said, I hate the parking lot, or I hate your margaritas or something, we could have changed it. So you had this non-patron that you didn't know what to do, but we knew he wanted to have a party, he wanted to have a good time. They wanted to come out and see pretty people and pretty girls in hats and all that stuff, so we made it a party. And we brought in concerts on the Friday nights. We went to a late Friday night. We had concerts on Saturday. We brought in major bands that would attract people, and it started building. And when we started branding it in San Diego, all of a sudden we became the party of the century down here. And every year it got bigger. Last year, 45,000 people showed up. This year, 46,000 people showed up for opening days. So, Fridays will be big because of the bands. Saturdays when we do something here, the family fun days, the crazy match race that I hope is still going to happen. All these things mean.
But you're able to still cater to the high rollers who sort of expect exclusivity and privacy, because that's how they distance themselves, and yet more of the, and I'm not talking down about anyone, but more of the masses, now we're going to appeal to them in a different way.
So you build a grandstand that accommodates that. You have the ability to take in special groups, and you put in luxury suites for the swells, and you put in skyboxes for the companies that bring their employees out. You have just basic seats for the guy that just wants to plop himself down and watch the races. You've got special VIP rooms for your big whales that come out from Vegas and places like that. And then you have a gazillion bars and restaurants and places where people that don't know a horse from a sawhorse can come out and sit around and have a great time and look at the pretty horses. I mean, people, you see that paddock with the horses going around in it, and the jockeys and the silks and the colors as they are now, and it's terrific. I mean, when you've never been to the racetrack or been around a horse and you see that, your jaw drops open. And that's what we want. That's the feeling that we can get from that non-patron, you know. So we hook them.